Hi guys, welcome to the video 2 of Data Analytics NumPy and Pandas tutorial. So in the last session, we have stopped here, right? We have seen the shape function, type function, size function, and we have seen how to create 1D, 2D, and 3D arrays, right? So in the following session, in this session, we will see more functions here, okay, of NumPy. So let's start the session, okay? So here we are going to start with the empty function first, okay? So empty function. So there is something called empty function in NumPy, okay? The syntax for using this function is, I will add the syntax. You have to use np.empty, okay? Like this, okay? And this will take this thing like number of rows you want, number of columns you want like this, followed by comma, data type you want here, okay? This is what the syntax of the empty function will be happening, okay? But what this function will do, that's the major thing, okay? Let's see what this function will do, okay? So let's try to create one array, okay? Let's say a equals np.empty, okay? I have made the variable a. I have assigned the value np.empty here. Now, the first argument I will give parameter here is like I need an array of 4, comma 4, okay, comma. I need the data type as all the things should be integer, okay? Now, if I try to run this code, okay? If I try to run this code in the next one, if I try to print a, okay? Let's see what will happen if I try to print a. So can you see, you got this thing, right? You got our array with random values, right? You got the 4 by 4 arrays with the random values. So that's how the empty function will work, okay? So it will give you the array with random values of whatever size dimension array you want, okay? So guys, how many parameters does the empty function takes? Okay, empty function takes two parameters. Okay, this is the first parameter. This is the dimensions of the array, which is rows and column. Okay, this should be given as a tuple, and the second one is data type. Okay, data type. So let's say instead of int, if I give float, what will happen? Let's see. Now if I run this code again, okay, if I print a, so can you see, I got all the dummy floating numbers, right? Array full of floating numbers, 4 by 4 array, right? So that's how this will work, okay? This is how you can create the array with the random elements using empty function of what dimension you want. That is also possible here, okay? So this is the first thing, okay? Empty function. Let's go to the next one, okay? So the next function is, there's something called once, okay? So let's say I've created a variable x. I get that np.once, okay? So this is the next function once. So what happened if I give only one parameter here, 6? Let's see. Okay, I did this. In the next one, I will try to print the value of x. So let's see what will happen. See, I got, 5, 6 ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Because this will create an array of 6 columns with ones. Okay. It has created the array of 6 columns with ones. And you can see you got one dot, right? Why you got one dot? Because the default data type is float here. Okay. The default data type is float here. Now let's say here, if you have to create a, 2D array, okay, what you can do. So let's say y equals np.ones, and you can give here, let's say 2 comma 3. Okay, now if I try to print y, so what will happen? Let's see. So can you see I got 2 comma 3, okay, 2 rows, 3 columns with all fills with ones. Okay, that's how this will work. Okay, so again I'm saying why you are getting one dot, because the default data type here is float. Okay, if you want an integer value, you can mention the d type here. D type equals int. Okay, let's say if I mention d type equals int, if I try running this shell again, can you see you got 111, right? You got the integer value, right? So since the ones for np.ones function, the default data type is float, therefore we are getting 1.1.1. Okay, but if you mention the data type as int, you will get all the values as an integer value. Okay, that is also possible here. Okay, so guys, similarly, there is one more function called np.zeros. Okay, np.zeros. Okay, so this is for something which I want you people to try. Okay, I want you people to try the same. For the syntax is same. The thing is you have to use np.zeros. Okay, and once you try this, comment this what you got in the output, and if comment yes if you have tried this thing. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So in the next scenario, the next thing which will come here is arange function. Okay, this is one of the very important function, arange function. Okay, so what does this function does? Arange. Okay, So arange function is like this will be used while giving the access of the matplotlib. Okay, arange function is basically to arrange the value. Okay, to arrange the value, it is basically used with matplotlib library. But let's see how we can use it in a normal. How can we understand this thing? Okay, so basically it will give the function in a it will give the values in a given range. Okay, so let's say if I have done x equals np dot arange. Okay, and let's say if I mention 1 comma 20. Okay, and now if I try to print the value of x, let's see what I will get. So I will get all the values from 1 to 19. Okay, it will always go till end minus 1. It won't go till end. It will always go till end minus 1. This is something which we have to remember. Okay, so if you see, you got an array of 1 to 19. Okay, that means it has given all the values in the given range. Okay, that's how you can do. Okay, so guys, one more thing I will show you. Okay, let's say if I do y equals np dot arange. Okay, and if I mention three parameters, let's say 1 comma 20 comma 2, let's see what will happen. So now after this, if I try to print y, so can you see it has printed 1357, right? So this third parameters means like what is the jump value, right? After 1, it will take a jump of 2. That means 1 plus 2, 3. Then 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. That's what you have got the output, okay? And it will go till the end value, which is 20. So end minus 1, okay? So you got till 19, okay? And by default, if you don't mention any values in the end, okay? If you have mentioned only two parameters, it will take the jump of 1, which you got it here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how three values you can also give, and this will also work with this. Okay, so that's how this basic things basically works. Okay, so this is how you can use the arange function. Okay, the next function is very good. The next function which will come here is something known as reshape. Okay, let me show you. So it will reshape the value. Basically, the next function is reshape. So it will help you in reshaping the existing array, in reshaping the existing array. Okay, so let's say you have this array. Okay, x equals to np dot range 1 to 20, correct? Or let's say you can define one value. Okay, let's say you define one value of let me go to the next one. Let's say if I do a equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, like this. And now if I do in the next line, if I do a equals a dot reshape. Okay, if I do a equals a dot reshape, and here if I mention that I need is or so basically it's 6, right? Let's say 2 comma 3. Now let me run this. Okay, so it has given me some error. What is this error? Let's try to this thing. So okay, yes. So it is a like it is being created as normal list, right? So it cannot be reshaped. Okay, let's pick the element from here. Okay, let's say this x value, right? This is the x value, or let me get the value from 1 to 10. Let's see, or 1 to 11. If I give here, what will happen? So this is my array. Okay, this is my array. Now if I try to do here x dot reshape. Okay, let's say x equals x dot. Now if I try to go here 3 cross 3, okay, let's see what will happen. Okay, cannot reshape the array of size 10 into shape this thing. Okay, that's true because 3 cross 3 means 3 threes are 9. That means you need 9 elements. Okay, and here how many elements are 10 elements? Okay, that's why it cannot reshape it, right? So let's say because it doesn't fit it, right? So let's say if I do here print x again. Okay, now again, if I run this, okay, now it will get reshaped. Okay, 3 cross 3, because here you have exactly 9 elements and 3 cross 3 is 9, right? Now, what happened if I try to print x here? So see, you got 3 cross 3 element, right? So this is how this works. Okay, so let's say you have this normal, this thing, 9 elements, you can shape it to 3 cross 3. Okay, remember this thing, whatever amount of element you have in the array, okay, you can reshape all the elements into a fixed ratio. Okay, let's say if you have 9 elements, you can say 3 cross 3. Okay, and let's say if you have 12 elements, you can say 4 cross 3 or 3 cross 4. Okay, so this is how all this works. Let's try this. Okay, let's say if I run this, x equals to np dot arange 13. Okay, so it will generate me basically 12 values, right? 12 values. Now if I try to 4 cross 3, okay, that means 4 rows 3 columns. It will happen. Let's see. Now if I try to print this, so that's how this will work, right? Can you see this reshape work, right? So this is how you can reshape it. Okay, so let me come here, let me try to explain you reshape one more time, okay, in a very good manner. So guys, reshape, right? So reshape is like, let's say if you have an array, if you have an array, okay, this is an array. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you have 4 elements, okay, and if you want to reshape, so you can do a dot reshape and pass exact correct parameter. Let's say 2 comma 2. 2 comma 2 will work because it will help you in 2 cross 2 is 4, right? 4 elements it needs, okay? But you cannot reshape it to 3, 3 cross 2. This is not possible. Why? Because it needs 3 to the 6 elements, right? And how many elements are there? 4 elements. So that's how this will work. Even you cannot reshape it to 1 cross 2. It needs 2 elements, okay? It needs 2 elements and 4 elements are here, right? So that's how the reshape function basically work, okay? So I hope guys we are clear with the today's session. We have seen two important functions, which is arange and reshape, followed by we have seen empty function and the once function. And do try this zeros function, guys, and let me know. Okay. Thank you. Let's meet in the next session for further thing.